What are we to Timu's here? Now, with Expendables 4 out now, I'm of course doing my reviews for the Expendables films. So here's my review for maybe the best out of the franchise, and that is the Expendables 2. The Expendables 2 came out like 2 years after the first Expendables on August 17th, 2012, which this movie was fun to watch. I remember watching this one day as well. It was an entertaining ride, to say the least. Now, if you guys don't know much about the second one, this time around you have Stallone back as mercenary leader Bonnie Ross, um, and of course you got Jason Statham back as Lee Christmas, and the rest of the Expendables team reunite with Mr. Church, played by Bruce Willis, who has like a bigger part in this thing than in the first film, who hires them for a seemingly easy job. But like things go like very wrong, compelling mercenaries who seek revenge for like a comrade's murder here, and with the odds against them, Bonnie and his team all pretty much helping on a payback here. And of course, you got John Claude Van Damme as the villain, which let me say, out of all the villains that's been in this franchise, even though if I have not seen the new one yet, Jean Claude Van Damme is the best villain out of this. Like he crushed it here. Maybe my favorite John Claude Van Damme performance. Like his character is like completely so violent in this. You know, he of course like his name is just pretty much villain. Take out the L, just take out the L. It's like villain, but just take out one of the L's. And here, of course, he is like the leader of a team of mercenaries known as like the Sangs. And like, of course, the showdown between Statham and Van Damme is something I've always dreamt of, and seeing that come for was awesome to see. Of course, you do got some returning cast members. Like you do have the likes of Jet Li returning. You've got Jason Statham coming back, Dolph Lundgren, Terry Crews, Randy Couture. Of course, Anna, who has like an even bigger part this time around, and it's also really cool to see like Arnold and Bruce Willis um pretty much use their iconic one-liners. Like you have Anna using his iconic Terminator line of "I'll be back," and of course you have Bruce Willis using his iconic Yippee Ki from Die Hard. So that was pretty much a love letter to iconic action films from that decade. You also had some newcomers in this too. Like you had you then um, in this you also had like Liam Hemsworth, who maybe one of like Liam Hemsworth does not really have the best career as his brother Chris does, but this is maybe the best role of his. You even had Chuck Norris. It was so cool seeing Chuck Norris in this because beforehand it was like years since Chuck Norris pretty much acted. So seeing Chuck Norris back on screen, I thought was really awesome. Granted, this was the first time I ever watched Chuck Norris on the big screen, but still, just seeing him on the screen, back on screen in general, is always given. I mean, yeah, this movie is just this is the best out of the franchise. The action is even bloodier. It's more violent. The cast, like the new additions, is great. JCVD crushes it out of the park. I mean, this is also directed by who's directed this again? Oh yeah, by Simon West, who of course gave us stuff like Con Air. He's done some other stuff. I can't remember everything from his head. He did that Nicolas Cage movie Trespass too. This is probably Simon West's second best film next to Con Air. Like this movie is so over the top fun. It's so violent. Not gonna lie, I want to have mine if they just stop the Expendables out, you know, after two, because this is definitely not only is the best out of the franchise, this is probably even in my top 10 favorite action movie sequels of all time. It's that good. So if you guys never seen the Expendables 2, do yourself a favor, go watch it. Like I said, it's the best out of the franchise. Anyway, I mean, if I had to rank them, by the way, number one would be Expendables 2. Um, 2 would be of course the first one, and number 3 would be Part 3. Uh, I don't know where Expendables 4 is going to end up, but we'll see. But let me let you guys. What are your thoughts on the Expendables 2? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Favorite scenes, favorite moments? Um, are you like me? Do you think this is the best out of the franchise? Like, how would you even rank them? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Samuel Saya.